Pick up worms gently. Use your fingers or a pair of long tweezers. If you use your fingers, pinch the worm carefully between your thumb and index finger. Use gloves if you must, but understand that this will make it a bit harder to get a good grip on the worms. Don't try to pull worms out of the ground. If a worm is halfway out of its hole, it isn't worth using force. Worms can tense their muscles powerfully at a moment's notice, effectively holding their bodies inside the hole. If you pull too hard, the worm will rip in half before it comes out of the hole. If you're determined, try digging around the worm so that you can pull it out in one piece. Try digging the chunk of hard soil out of the ground, then crumbling it apart until the worm has no place left to hide. Put the worms into a dirt-filled cup. Fill a cup, bucket, or another open container with a handful of loose, moist soil. Drop each worm into the soil as soon as you pick it up. You don't need a ton of soil, just enough to keep the worms cool and moist. Keep worms alive. The best way to maintain a worm collection is to keep them in a patch of cool, moist soil. Consider building a soil-filled worm box or bait box to keep the worms in one place. Try keeping worms in your refrigerator, packed in moist soil within a small, sealed container. Also, consider creating or purchasing a worm farm. Keep worms alive even if you plan to use them as bait. They'll make better bait if you put them on the line fresh. If they're alive, they'll wriggle in the water and attract fish more effectively.